Ah, what do my eyes see?
Ooh.
Such an insult can only be washed away with blood, and it will be yours. Euchre, it's true that I'll soon make a sieve out of you.
Help!
Simon Just non aveva un braccio. Gli era stato strappato alla spalla, con una forza bestiale.
But what astounded me the most was the expression on Simon's face at the moment of death.
Orrore. La peggiore forma di paura. Si poteva vedere nei suoi occhi sgranati.
It's here! The monster is here! I must shoot!
Zagor e Chico si uniscono a un gruppo di vecchi amici trapper in viaggio verso le infami montagne Black Tip, ma una minaccia misteriosa incombe sull'intera regione. Le montagne sono spettrali e desolate, abbandonate da indiani e cacciatori che fuggono in preda al panico da un orrore indescrivibile. Le storie di corpi brutalmente massacrati e messaggi scritti con il sangue che avvertono di creature che non sono uomini e diventano presto terrificanti realtà.
Caramba and carambita? Can you slow down, you damn long-legged fellow?
What did I tell you, Chico? My sense of direction didn't fail me this time either.
Puff. Pant.
Here's Kingston.
By all the mustaches of my family. Finally we will eat something. We arrived just in time for lunch. I can't wait to sit at the biggest table in the tavern, the Golden Chicken, and gorge myself on various delicacies. Juicy roast turkey. Delicious rabbit in sauce. Excellent rosemary skewers. And what are you doing? Why did you stop? Why are you still standing there?
If I'm not mistaken, you were the one who asked me to slow down just now. And I also stopped to see how much Kingston has grown in recent years.
Oh no, I will not tolerate you stopping to enjoy the panorama right now. When we eat well, you'll have all the time in the world to enjoy the view of this place. The only thing that interests us now is whether the restaurant has remained in the same place among all these new buildings and streets.
Pochi minuti dopo, Zagor e Chico entrarono a Kingston.
Sniff, sniff. I can already smell the aroma coming from the Golden Chicken's kitchen. Hey, there are no more obstacles between us and the best restaurant in this entire area.
Zagor!
1,000 scalps, Lieutenant Ryan.
In person.
How did you get here? I thought you were stationed at Fort Henry.
Actually, I'm coming directly from Fort Henry. I'm escorting Professor Grimm and his assistants to Outpost Number 5. I just procured everything I needed here in Kingston to continue north with him.
Are you accompanying a scientific expedition?
Something similar. And what are you doing here far from Darkwood?
I've been invited to a celebration for the election of the tribal chief. Old Tawaka, the chief of the Otoa tribe, insisted that I be present when he transferred power to his son. I couldn't refuse him, so Chico and I headed towards Otiabwa camp.
I must admit, your presence in this area is a true godsend. You're the last person I'd expect to meet in Kingston.
Do you mean?
The area in the Black Tip Mountains, through which I am to lead Professor Grimm's expedition, is isolated and inaccessible. Perhaps that is why the military cartographers have not accurately and precisely described those regions. Fort Hadelin is only half an hour's walk from here. Why don't you come with us? The professor will explain which part of the mountains he intends to reach, and you might be able to give us useful instructions for further travel.
I don't know how useful I could be to you, Ryan. We are quite far from Darkwood, and I only know this area based on sprichminch from trappers and Indians. But you would get more information from a local resident or a mountain man.
I'd rather not even try, Zagor. I have received strict instructions not to reveal the purpose of the expedition to anyone. If I were to approach a trapper or a resident of Kingston, it would certainly arouse general curiosity and the news would quickly spread by word of mouth. However, I know you are discreet, so that's why I think our meeting is a fortunate circumstance. Besides, even though you don't know this area well, believe me, I know it even less.
You've convinced me, Lieutenant. I'll help you.
No way, we're finally going to sit down at a table now. After so many days of forced diet, the only expedition I want to hear about is a visit to a restaurant.
Yes, my fat friend. Feel free to start eating at a table at the Golden Chicken. Wait for me there. I'll accompany the Llewellyn in the meantime. Anyway, my stomach won't complain if I postpone lunch for a few hours.
The least I can do to compensate you for the change of plans is to offer you a hearty lunch in our camp mess hall.
I know military cooks well enough to refuse the invitation immediately.
Gior, all are the worse for the stubborn Zagor. I'll empty the entire pantry of the Golden Chicken myself. Caramba, Carambita, Zagor forgot to leave me a few dollars for lunch. By all the mustaches of my family, the carriage has already left. It certainly won't be back for at least 2 or 3 hours. Damn course, unfortunate. I could starve to death by then. I don't know what to do.
Oh!
Oh!
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Oh. I am truly sorry, sir. I didn't mean to.
You owe me an apology. I am a pig. I was so lost in dark thoughts and problems that I didn't even pay attention to where I was going. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Dr. Simon Keaton, veterinarian in this place.
Much pleasure. And I am Chico Felipe Catano Lopez Martinez Gonzalez.
I see your suit is dusty due to my carelessness, but as I told you, I'm troubled by big problems.
Caramba and Carambita, I admit, Doctor, you've piqued my curiosity. What's troubling you? Is it perhaps an epidemic that's destroying livestock in this area?
Oh no, that's not it. It's not about professional problems. Rather, I will tell you in confidence about love sickness.
By all the mustaches of my family, has your wife left you? Or is she cheating on you with another man?
What? Oh, it's not about that. Never, absolutely never would I endure such an insult without getting my hands bloody. No, it's something else, in fact, I would dare to say. Something quite the opposite of what you thought.
Well, what is it about?
I'll tell you, since you seem like a trustworthy person and I have a great desire to confide in someone. All my troubles have one name. Oh, Hornmaker, the most attractive woman in Kingston. Look, there she is. She just appeared at that window. Do you see her? So what do you say, isn't she beautiful?
Ah, yes, you are. Indeed, a beautiful girl. Does she perhaps not return your love?
She does, and how Emma burns with passion when she's in my arms.
Caramba and Carambita, if you love her and she loves you, then what's the problem?
That is problem number 1. The jealous husband of my beloved Emma, who follows her every step.
Look,
And that is problem number 2, my violent wife, who daily forces me to do humiliating chores and forbids me any unjustified outing. It's getting harder and harder for us to see each other every day. She's right before my eyes, and I daren't even touch her. These are true Tantalus torments.
do you know you're a really strange fellow? Dr. Keaton, first you say you would never tolerate your wife cheating, and then immediately after, you complain that you aren't allowed to do the same.
Dear friends, I have every right. You yourselves have seen what a man-hater my wife is, and you could also notice that Emma Hornmaker is a flower in the garden of a roughneck. It is our duty to comfort each other.
Oh, instead of being a veterinarian, you should have been a lawyer, Dr. Keaton.
This afternoon, Emma's husband will be out of the house, which would allow me to meet her. Unfortunately, my wife has already hinted that I'll have to chop a pile of wood, which will prevent me from going out. Is it clear to you now why I am desperate?
Are you sure you've considered all possibilities?
I can't do anything at all. Unless you help me.
Me? And how could I help you?
It's simple. You just need to appear at my house door in exactly 1 hour and introduce yourself as a worker from a nearby ranch. You'll add that my presence is urgently needed. I'll be forced to leave in a hurry and my wife will reluctantly let me go. What do you say?
Caramba, carambita, yes, but
No buts. Here is a way to thank you for the trouble. I'm willing to give you $5 up front.
Oh, get?
The same amount will slip from my hand the moment I leave the house. Don't you think that's more than generous compensation?
Yes, but...
I'm sure your acting will be excellent, that my wife will fall for the bait. So, it's a deal. I'm eagerly awaiting you. I advise you not to be late. My happiness and Emma Hornmaker's happiness depends solely on you.
See you soon, Doctor.
Un'ora dopo.
Who are you? What do you want?
Aham. Good afternoon, madam. I am a worker from the Falls Horse.
I'm sorry, but Dr. Keaton is very busy right now. Come back later.
Just a moment, dear. Perhaps it's something serious and urgent. The doctor's moral code requires me to listen to this good man. Come in and tell me your problem, friend.
Well, Dr. Keaton, the master's horse has fallen gravely ill, so you need to come to our ranch as soon as possible.
Damn it! Did you hear, dear? I have no time to lose. I must leave immediately.
Where are you going? I already told you that you must stay home this afternoon and chop wood in the yard.
Of course, dear. However, I don't know if you understood me well. This is a very urgent case, isn't that right, young man?
Oh, yes. It's very urgent.
My presence is absolutely necessary, isn't that right?
Absolutely.
It's about the life of a horse that is very dear to Mr. Snar, isn't that right?
He's very fond of him.
That's why I must go to Falls Horse Ranch immediately. Let's go, young man. Show me the way.
Wait a minute, since this guy made you leave home before you finished your chores, I think we can make a deal. You go. And he stays.
Look!
It's all the same to you whether you work at the ranch or here in my yard as soon as my husband resects. Here, this is the axe.
But I don't...
And these are the logs to chop.
By all the mustaches of my family.
Please don't refuse it, otherwise I'll have to stay home. Excellent, dear. Since you found someone who can worthily replace me, I'm going to the ranch. It might be too late for the poor horse by the time I arrive.
Presto.
We did it. Emma Hornmaker, get ready. Your Simon is coming soon.
What are you looking at, young man? Get to work. When you're done with this wood, there will be more work for you.
Eh.
E così.
Please precise strikes, small, regularly shaped logs. Don't slack off like that lazy bum of a husband of mine. Besides, you yourselves saw that he couldn't wait to leave me here alone. As soon as the opportunity arose, thanks to your Mr. Snur's horse. And this is just the latest episode in a long series. Not a day goes by that this ungrateful creature doesn't show its insensitivity and lack of attention. He never said a kind word to me, never showed tenderness, never did any of those little things that make a woman happy.
Lo siento mucho, Senora Keaton.
Mi dispiace molto.
But you addressed me in Spanish, so you are of Mexican origin. Of course it should have been clear to me as soon as I saw your clothes and features. Tell me your name.
Aishiom, Madam Chico Felipe Caetano Lopez?
Chico. Oh, what a wonderful name, full of fierceness and passion besides. You Latino men with hot blood are completely different from the spineless Anglo-Saxons of these parts. Am I right?
Of course, Sonora, we Mexicans are temperamental.
Oh, Sonora, you addressed me as Sonora again. For me, there is nothing more beautiful in this world than receiving compliments in Spanish. Please, Chico, tell me something else. For example, am I beautiful to you?
A. H-E? Yes, you are enchanting and very kind.
And what do you think of this dress? I sewed myself.
Muy bien. Ahem.
Oh, Chico, I feel the heat engulfing my entire body. I can barely contain myself. Take me in your arms. I want to feel your Latino passion.
Look, but I haven't finished chopping wood yet.
Do you think I care about that wood? Right now, I am burning, not the wood.
Help!
Oh, Chico, let me embrace you.
Oh, amares tan, ay.
Oh, my sweet Emma, how happy I am to be with you.
I've waited so long for this moment. To hold you in my arms again. My only love.
Hey, someone's knocking at the door.
My God, who could that be?
It's me, Mrs. Hornmaker. Open up quickly. We mustn't waste time.
Heavens, Mommy, what's happening?
Dr. Keaton must come out immediately. Your husband is coming home. He's already on Main Street, shouting that he's sure he'll catch you in the act of adultery.
My God, quick, Simon. Get out immediately.
You don't even need to tell me that. Damn, that fool Ted Hornmaker probably noticed something. Now I won't be able to see Emma for a long time. I can only hope that Fat Mexican chopped a lot of wood.
Come into my arms, my beautiful Mexican.
Amares, K-Aton, please.
Ah, what do my eyes see?
Ooh.
Such an insult can only be washed away with blood, and it will be yours.
But no, Dr. Keaton, you are mistaken. The truth is that
You cur, it's true that I'll soon make a sieve out of you.
Help! Damn curse, unfortunate.
Where are you going? Come back. I must kill you now. Stop, you damned fool. Stop.
Places! Caramba and Carambita. This is a family of lunatics. I must find shelter quickly, or I'm in big trouble. That window is open. I'm going in at the last minute. They won't find my tracks.
Emma, where are you?
I'm here, dear. What happened? Why are you holding that pistol?
Where did you hide your lover? I'm sure he's there and hidden somewhere in the house.
I swear to you, there's no one in the house.
What luck. This room is empty. Huh?
Huh? There we are. I heard sounds in the back room, so that coward is hiding there. Finally, I've caught you.
Excuse me. I came in here by mistake. I leave immediately.
Die! You wretch, die!
Mom!
You're fleeing in vain. I'll catch you wherever you go.
Help! By all the mustaches of my family, is it possible that all of this is happening to me?
I finally found you.
Gulp? Come here. I have to kill you. Places. Help, help.
Stop!
Come back.
Nel frattempo,
So Ryan, are you going to tell me anything about the expedition you're accompanying?
Well, I'm uncomfortable admitting it to you, since you agreed to help us, Zagor. But I'm afraid you'll have to be content with only information about the place Professor Grimm intends to reach. I hope you'll refrain from other questions. The objectives of the expedition are a top military secret, and I can't tell you anything without the approval of my superiors.
I know the Army too well not to understand your position.
I assume you understand me.
But I also know that behind so-called military secrets often lies an unpleasant truth. So you still haven't told me anything about this Professor Grimm. What kind of guy is he?
A very balanced man with clear ideas. Besides, he's always cordial to everyone, doesn't boast about his academic titles, and doesn't behave arrogantly. Anyway, you'll meet him personally very soon. There's Fort Hattelan.
10 minuti dopo. Nella baracca del comandante della fortezza.
Zagor, this is Professor Grimm.
Nice to meet you.
And this is Major Kant, commander of the garrison.
Nice to meet you, Major.
I've heard a lot about you, Zagor.
You shouldn't believe half of what you've heard, Major.
And this is Captain Hunt from the Green Jackets. Nice to meet you.
Green Jackets. Excuse me, Captain, but that name is new to me.
It doesn't surprise me it's a special military corps, formed only 2 years ago, which has never participated in military operations so far.
Actually, I immediately noticed the uniform you're wearing and didn't understand why it was so unusual.
Yes, it has a different cut, but the colors, this specific gray-green shade, in addition to being rated to our unit, also serves for better camouflage during battles.
Green jackets, in inglese, giacche verdi.
The special choice of uniforms clearly indicates our autonomy. Believe me, everyone who wears green jackets is proud of their uniforms.
If I'm not mistaken, I'd say it's a corps trained and equipped for objectives that do not fall under usual military tasks.
Let's say we receive specific assignments, but I'm not authorized to give any explanations.
Lieutenant Ryan has already mentioned to me that the tasks of your mission are absolutely secret, and therefore I will offer you assistance while refraining from further questions.
So, Professor, explain to our guest which area of Blacktip you intend to visit. Captain Hunt, Lieutenant Ryan, and you.
It's about a small valley located approximately here. The roads that once existed are buried by landslides, therefore.
Without precise information, we would risk wandering for days, and it is extremely important for us to reach our destination as soon as possible.
I understand. Well, I'll try to consider everything I know about Blacktip, and even remember some stories from my mountain friends who went there to set traps. Of course, it's an impassable, almost inaccessible area.
I'm sure you'll give us the best advice, Zagor.
Good. Now allow me to study the maps for a bit.
Zagor esaminò a lungo le mappe, insieme a Ryan, Hunt e Grimm, e condivise con loro tutte le informazioni che possedeva. Dopo 2 ore di lavoro, sui volti dei responsabili della spedizione si vedeva che erano soddisfatti delle soluzioni proposte loro dallo spirito con l'ascia. Solo verso sera il nostro eroe era pronto a lasciare Fort Hattelan.
Thanks to your instructions, we'll be able to depart tomorrow morning at dawn and reach our destination.
It was a pleasure, Ryan. I can only wish you luck, and thank you for providing me with a carriage for the return to Kingston.
Are you kidding? Since I practically forced you to come all the way here, I couldn't let you walk back. See you soon, and don't forget to greet Chico.
Of course, see you soon, Ryan.
Meno di un'ora dopo, a Kingston.
Because of your delay, I haven't eaten all day.
Well, I was convinced, my fat friend, that you could have lunch regularly at one of the restaurants in this town. I'm sorry for all the trouble you've had.
All's well that ends well. But what kind of expedition is our friend Ryan accompanying?
Honestly, I don't know. Ryan was silent, and the mission organizers were relieved. Honestly, that Professor Grimm didn't strike me as crazy. Unlike many of his colleagues we've met, I was more concerned about the escort, members of a squad I'd never heard of. As you know, I don't like Speedial Corps at all, like those green jackets, but there's something else, Chico, something that made me suspicious. It's a strange feeling I've had many times, and it rarely deceives me. I have a feeling something is going to happen very soon. Something mysterious. I don't know how Ryan's expedition will be involved, but...
Zagor. It's really you.
By all the drums of Darkwood, Jeremy Milnius.
Caramba ta.
This is a really big surprise. It's been a long time since we last met. If I'm not mistaken, we last met
At the gathering in Green Island, on Lazy River, many years ago. Do you remember that's when the Munsies and White Foxes almost made mincemeat out of all the trappers from Darkwood?
Yes, I remember everything perfectly. It was one of the most dramatic adventures of my life.
Biblioteca Zagor, libro 41 I cacciatori di uomini.
And in mine, although everything ended in the best possible way, after that event, I packed my things and left, damn it, for my taste. There were too many Indian tribes in Darkwood. And so I moved north, where it may be colder, but the forests are less crowded. You haven't changed at all, boys. You, Zagor, are still a big guy, and you, Chico. I, however, am starting to get old. I don't even remember when I lost my last strand of hair, and even if I were to return to Darkwood, I believe no Muncie would be able to decorate their hut with my scalp.
Caramba! Why are you complaining? You finally rid yourself of that dense colony of lice that inhabited your hair.
Ahem, that's slander. Anyway, I'm now in a damn cheerful group with whom I go hunting and have a great time. Two of them are even here. I absolutely must introduce them to you. There they are, Bud. Tom Tight, come here. We'll have a meeting. Here, Zagor. This walking wardrobe is Bud Hightower.
Zagor, upon my soul, Jeremy told us a lot about you. Nice to meet you.
And this is Tom Hooper, but everyone just calls him Tom Tight.
I assume the guitar you carry on your shoulder has something to do with your nickname.
Yes, I am the singer of our group. I am not a good hunter. I am sure Jeremy and the others only take me along, so I can sometimes entertain them with my bad playing.
Tontiti in inglese. Cinciallegra.
And as for huming, damn it. Sometimes I think it would be better if the wolves came closer. Their howling is less irritating than yours.
Do you think you're amusing us, good God, boy? You haven't understood anything. We allow you to use that damn instrument of yours to scare wolves and keep them away from our camp. Somewhere around here should be old Spung, another hunter from our group. But I don't see him nearby. Who knows which hole he's sitting in tonight, Epping? Who knows which bottle in a row?
I think he's seriously intending to visit all the saloons in Kingston and stock up on whiskey before we head for the mountains.
Well, we'll find him later. Now we're gonna toast. Damn it, I haven't seen a friend from Darkwood in a long time.
Hey, Sam, bring us a drink.
Dopo aver brindato più volte al loro ritrovo, gli amici rimasero a tavola in una piacevole conversazione.
So you're just passing through Kingston and quickly returning to the hills for hunting?
Exactly, Zagor. But there's something else here. All these years, my friends and I have been slaving away in the blacktip ravens, setting traps and preparing pitfalls for everything that walks and has fur. However, we decided to make changes. We got tired of selling skins to those jackals, the Kingston merchants, who would give us a ridiculous sum and then resell those furs at much higher prices. So we thought of organizing our own sales point, which would allow us to trade fur without intermediaries.
1,000 scalps, that's a smart decision. But it costs a lot. Did you get the money?
That's exactly why, Bad Tom Tight. And I decided to embark on a long journey to the cities in the east. Damn it, we were gone for almost 15 months, but it paid off. We managed to establish contacts and sign contracts with a large number of Mernicans. More importantly, we sold a large quantity of skins at good prices. $10,000. Zagor. With that amount of money, we're going back to Blacktip.
You're right, damn. Alex Frank will be speechless when they find out.
1,000 scalps. That's a huge sum.
Alex and Frank?
Those are the other 2 hunters from our group, whom we left in the cabin during all these months. They'll join us in a few days. As soon as we get everything we need in Kingston, we'll immediately start building our trading post in the valley through which all hunters and settlers from this area must pass.
If I were you, I'd stay away from Blacktip. All people of sound mind left those mountains long ago. And those who didn't are now food for worms.
Damn it, listen carefully. Good man, if you hope to make us drink by telling us the usual saloon fairy tales, you've misjudged us.
Bah, the fact that for several months every trip to Blacktip has been a deadly danger is no fairy tale. Many people from Kingston can confirm that to you.
That's the second time today I've heard Blacktip spoken of in a mysterious and puzzling way. What the hell is going on in these parts?
Essentially, no one can say for sure. And after what happened to poor Simon Just, no one even wants to investigate.
Simon Just, the merchant.
Him exactly? Did you know him?
Of course, he traded with Indian tribes, sold them blankets and various trifles, and above all, whiskey.
Since we haven't been here for over a year, it'd be best for you to tell us everything.
It happened one beautiful afternoon 5 or 6 months ago, but I remember everything as if it were yesterday. I probably will never forget it.
Il carro di Simon entrò in città senza cocchiere. Io ero tra quelli che corsarono a fermare i cavalli. Il mercante giaceva prono sul carro. E quel che vidi quando lo girammo non cessa di tormentarmi. Simon Just non aveva un braccio. Gli era stato strappato alla spalla, con una forza bestiale.
And as for the rest of his body, the sight wasn't pretty. His clothes were torn, signs of violence were visible all over his body, and he had a large wound on his stomach.
Caramba! Caramba!
Even one of the horses was injured and bleeding from its flank. But what astounded me the most was the expression on Simon's face at the moment of death.
Orrore. La peggiore forma di paura. Si poteva vedere nei suoi occhi sgranati.
Even today, when I remember it, I get chills down my spine, believe me.
Grizzly. He must have had an encounter with a grizzly.
Of course, nothing else could have been the case. Only that beast would be capable of doing such a thing.
I thought the same thing before I saw the message Simon just left.
A message? What kind of message?
Simon, no one knows how, almost survived the attack and tried to bandage his wounds, but he probably quickly realized he had no chance of survival.
Con il suo stesso sangue scrisse qualcosa sul lato del carro.
Be careful. They're killing. They aren't humans. They are. He died before he could finish the sentence. Simon didn't write, it was a bear or it was a wolf. He wrote, they aren't humans. And no one can convince me that he didn't intend to add, they are monsters.
Hey, who could know whatever he intended to write? Don't forget that poor man's mind was clouded by pain.
In his delirium, he could have seen anything.
Think what you want. The fact is that the mountain people began to abandon the mountains, and each of them told something disturbing and mysterious. Some found corpses mutilated in a horrifying manner. Others heard the echoes of terrifying screams in the forests and valleys. Even the Indians moved their camps. Whatever caused Simon just astonishment is still up there and continues to strike. I would never want to see such fear in any man's eyes again. That's why I abide you not to go to Blacktip. Only because of that.
Senza aggiungere altro, l'uomo si allontanò, lasciando Zagor e il gruppo dei suoi amici nel silenzio più totale. Che il giovane Tomtit tentò di interrompere.
So you're not gonna tell me you believed a single word of what old Chaser told us?
Caramba, carambita. Perhaps our friend is frightened by what he saw. But judging by his breath, I can freely say I've hardly ever met a man who has drunk more alcohol.
Ha ha!
Ha ha!
Damn it. Whatever happened to poor Simon? There's no need to seek an explanation in the assumption. Life in the mountains and forests has always been full of unpredictable dangers. No one knows that better than us.
Who are you telling Kamba and Kamba and Kamba and Kamba?
The story of our interlocutors sounded like those told around the fire in the evening or with a bottle of whiskey.
I can't help but wonder if all this has something to do with Professor Grimm's expedition.
Of course, this story didn't frighten us. We'll dedicate the entire next day to preparations for the journey, and we'll depart the morning after tomorrow.
Since that's the way things are, do you agree that Chico and I should come with you? Part of your journey coincides with our route.
Of course, you are always welcome, Zagor. It's a real pleasure to have you with us.
You'll save at least 2 days of walking, comfortably settled in our carts. All right, friends, what do you say we head to the hotel?
First, we have to convince old Sponge to come out of the saloon he's in. Separating him from the last bottle will be a task for at least 5 people.
Dopo essere usciti dal locale, i 5 amici si diressero lungo la strada principale di Kingston, visitando una dopo l'altra ogni taverna alla ricerca dell'ultimo trapper della compagnia. Che, a dire il vero, non era troppo lontano.
Come on, friend. Epi this one. You're not gonna leave the last sip, are you?
That hick won't happen. To your health, as a token of gratitude for all the drinks. Hickey, you treated me too.
Hey, but what the devil?
Excellent, really excellent. My old friend.
Jeremy, Hick, keep your hands off my whiskey.
That's enough for tonight. You damn drunk. You've gone too far. It's time for bed. And you gentlemen, I apologize for being disturbed by this old pest.
Oh no, you're mistaken. We enjoyed your friend's company. Believe me.
Sostenendo il vecchio trapper, che si reggeva a fatica in piedi, Jeremy uscì dal locale e si unì agli altri. Tutti insieme si diressero verso l'hotel.
What did I tell you? Was it worth getting that old man drunk with whiskey?
You were right, Colborne.
It was enough for him to wet his throat, for him to loosen his tongue.
Ha ha ha! Those $10,000 are already in our pockets!
Don't be so optimistic, Koei. It won't be as easy as it seems. Did you hear what that trapper told us? They're only heading to the mountains. The day after tomorrow. Then we'll surprise them and deal with them without a problem. We must beat them to the road and set up an ambush. The one who came for the old man isn't stupid. He'll surely be on his guard. No one travels with a large sum of money without taking precautions.
Damn it, Colborne! There's no way they can escape us! You know that!
I only know that we got an old fool drunk, and thus managed to find out that those trappers are loaded. What follows now is a performance that is yet to be staged.
Parrish, you know this area like the back of your hand. What do you think? Which place would be best for an ambush?
There are many such places. But I think the Bison River Canyon offers the best guarantee of success.
I once passed through there. I think it's really an ideal place for us. Good, we've decided. That's where we'll station ourselves. This is the only bottle our trapper, the bottomless well, didn't empty. What do you say? Shall we toast to the success of our undertaking?
With pleasure, Colborne!
Besides, in a few days that old drunkard will reimburse us for all the money we spent on his whiskey.
Aha!
Il giorno seguente, Jeremy e i suoi amici trapper acquistarono, con l'aiuto di Zagor e Chico, tutto il necessario per iniziare la costruzione del punto vendita. Il materiale, insieme al cibo e alle provviste, fu caricato sul carro, con cui la mattina seguente il gruppo partì per le montagne.
The crew is ready to weigh anchor, gentlemen passengers. Does anyone have a special request?
To be honest, I have to say I'm a little worried about the food. Captain Milas, I saw you load only 1 bag of flour and 1 bag of beans.
Caramba. Do you intend to offer us a monotonous menu during the journey? All right, we're off. Yay.
I warned you, you stupid idiots. You won't return alive from Blacktip. I feel it. They won't allow it.
Il gruppo si allontanò dalla città attraverso una strada che li condusse molto presto a regioni selvagge e impervie. Si alternavano zone coperte da foreste di conifere e pendii ricoperti d'erba. Finché, dopo alcune ore di viaggio, Zagor e i suoi amici non cominciarono ad affrontare le prime salite di Blacktip.
Here we are, Zagor. From now on, the path will be impassable and uphill the whole time, and the climbs will be dazzlingly steep. Fortunately, the canyon created by the Bison River will allow us to relatively easily bypass the large rock and not lose a whole day.
Although the road is rough and arduous, I must admit that these mountains possess a special beauty. Yet it seems incredible that after all these years spent in the woods, I still manage to admire such scenes that only nature can provide us.
I understand you perfectly and share your impression. Besides, since I've been away for so long, I feel like I'm passing through here for the first time.
Il carro con i cavalli si mise in moto lungo il sentiero che costeggiava il fiume.
Oh, Rosanna, don't you cry for me. I've come from Alabama with my banjo on my knee.
Tuttavia, nelle vicinanze.
So, Parrish, do you see anything?
Nothing.
By Judas's blood! Are you sure they have to pass this way?
Don't worry. There's no other way. They'll appear soon. Don't forget what the old man told us. The dollars are held by that big guy bad. We must take him down first. The others can flee, but he must not. He must stay on the ground filled with lead.
Oh, Rosanna, don't you cry for me. I've come from Alabama with my banjo on my knee.
Here they come! Those hellish devils are coming! Damn it, there aren't just 4 of them, but more. There are 6 of them.
We have enough lead for all 6 of them.
Oh, Susanna, don't you cry for me. I've come from Alabama with my banjo on my knee.
Give the devil a warm welcome.
Bud. Stop.
Mama!
We're fleeing from here.
Where do you think you're running, old man?
AAH.
Fitting.
Come on, let's clean up those. On the wagon.
Damn it, Jeremy. Stop this damn wagon. It must serve as shelter from the rain of bullets they're pouring on us.
That's what I'm trying to do, Zagor. But the horses are restless and no longer obey commands.
Try to rein in the horses before the wagon overturns.
Per quanto mi riguarda, non voglio più essere un bersaglio.
Jack.
Stick to the right, Jeremy. Otherwise we'll end up in the river.
Damn it, I can't do it. Tom tight.
Ah!
Help.
Damn it.
By Satan's horns. Stop that guy. By all my.
You damn bastard! Oh!
By Satan's horns. You're dead. You damn pest.
You said that too soon.
By all the devils.
You've already done too much damage with that weapon, man. It's time for you to stop using it.
Nel frattempo, nelle vicinanze.
Rifle shots.
Perhaps it's a hunter?
Strange. There usually isn't much game in the Bison River Canyon. There are too many of them to be hunters.
Gunshots again.
There's a serious gunfire happening nearby. Let's go, boys. Let's go see what it's about.
All right, you bastard, the fun is over.
Hey, take it easy with that rifle. You might hit your friend.
Oh!
So that's how things are when it comes to shooting helpless victims. You're ready for anything, wretched scum.
Yes, big man, exactly! You're right, we like to shoot people in the back! What can you do?
Yes. We love to create surprises.
By all the drums of Darkwood. There are too many of them,
Come on, KO, finish him off.
I want to see you shoot this wretch in the head.
1,000 scalps.
What the devil?
Stop in the name of the law.
Sheriff from Kingston!
Curse it!
I must succeed, now or never.
Ah!
Damn it!
Yay.
Quick to the horses! We must flee from here!
And the money?
Damn the money, quick! Yeehaw!
They're fleeing. Shall we follow them?
No, let's take care of the wounded. Is everything all right?
Oh yes, except for my head. I have a feeling it's gonna burst any moment.
Here, take a sip.
Your intervention was a godsend. Sheriff, I was in trouble.
You were lucky I was nearby. I heard gunshots, and I realized someone was in trouble. I don't know if there are any survivors besides you. If you feel up to it, we could check together.
1,000 scalps. Only heaven knows if my friends managed to get out alive, because otherwise, There is no place in this world where those bandits could flee and escape my wrath.
Insieme allo sceriffo e ai suoi uomini, Zagor correva indietro, e sull'espressione del suo volto si vedeva quanto fosse preoccupato. In pochi minuti arrivò al luogo dove giaceva il vecchio, Spugna.
Unfortunately, there's no saving him, poor old Sponge.
Sheriff, this one is alive.
Come on, bud. You'll see. We'll patch you up somehow.
He's not in the best shape, but he'll make it.
Zagor, what happened to the others?
Old Spung didn't survive.
Nor Tomtit. The wagon and horses ended up at the bottom of the river, and we got away with a few scratches. This guy had less luck than us.
Cursed be them 1,000 times cursed. I've never seen those people before, but it's easy to guess why they set up an ambush.
Do you have any idea who they were and about the reasons for their aggression? Because of the $10,000 we're carrying?
Exactly.
But we didn't tell anyone about the money. I can't understand how those bandits could have found out.
And that's easy. Spung must have let something slip about the money in the saloon where we found him that evening.
Damn it, there were 3 men with him who were pouring him drinks for hours, which could be concluded from the empty bottles on the tail. Yes, it was them. We must go after them immediately. Spung's and Tomtit's deaths must not go unpunished.
I agree, Jeremy. I suppose, Sheriff, that you would like to be our guide.
I'd rather recommend one of my men as a guide. The bandits have already crossed the border of the area under my jurisdiction by now, which means I'll be more useful in Kingston, from where I could send telegrams to colleagues in the entire area and manage the search. Besides, your friend needs to be taken to the doctor as soon as possible. Moni joined them. Vax and I are going back to Kingston with the wounded.
Come on, men, we must bury our friends who were unlucky.
Goodbye, Spung, old drunkard, after so many years spent together. Our past part here. I wish you the best whiskey wherever you are now.
Here's the guitar, Tom Tit. Not even the river could tear it from your hands. And now rest in peace, friends. We will cherish your memory. Your death will not go unpunished. I swear the killers won't escape my axe, wherever they hide. No matter how far they find shelter, no matter how much time passes, I will find them and strike down all of them mercilessly.
E mentre nessuno dei presenti trova ancora la forza di superare le emozioni causate dalla scena profondamente commovente a cui hanno assistito, Zagor non esita, ma si mette subito alla ricerca.
The bandits have a lead of only 2 hours. With a little luck, you'll catch up to them, please. Be careful.
Don't be afraid, Sheriff. We were prey, and now we become hunters. Goodbye.
La caccia iniziò sotto un forte acquazzone, e solo grazie all'instancabilità dei perseguitari e all'abilità di Zagor nel trovare le tracce. La distanza tra i 4 uomini e i fuggitivi diminuiva sempre più rapidamente.
Damn it! This is what I feared. They're following us. There are 4 of them, and among them are that big guy in the costume and one of the sheriff's bulldogs. I can bet the sheriff is rushing to Kingston, ready to send telegrams to colleagues all over the area. Which means it's not smart to continue with horses towards Harristown, as we intended, but rather to get rid of the pursers by using cunning. The horses will continue to run on their own. Those 4 will follow them, and we meanwhile will reach the foot of Blacktip on foot. Leave the horses. Are you sure that's the best solution, Colborne?
By Satan's horns! Look around you, Parish! The forest covering these mountains stretch for miles.
Yes, of course. However, I don't think it's safe to head into that area.
Hey, Parish, what's got into you?
Damn it, Colborne, you know it well. We've heard strange stories about Blacktip. Unexplained things have happened there. It is said that anyone who goes there goes to certain death. I don't want to go there, Colburn.
You don't want to. What? You fool! Listen to me carefully. Parrish, our pursuers will be here in less than an hour, and we can lead them astray. I won't risk ending up with a noose around my neck because you, like some woman, are impressed by a drunkard's stupid stories. In any case, we'll stay in the Blacktip Mountains just long enough to get rid of those 4 bulldogs who are on our tail.
Do you really believe that the stories going around about the mountain are baseless?
I claim it. Ho. Anyway, I fear nothing. When I hold this in my hand, then, let's begin. First, let's take everything we need off the saddles. Let's let the horses attract those wretches. Ha!
Run.
Go away! Go away! And now, move!
Are we catching up to them?
I'd say we are. These laced tracks are fresh. They passed this way less than an hour ago. They stopped here. 2 of them are on their way.
Did they perhaps notice someone following them?
I am almost certain they did.
After that, they remounted their horses and continued in the direction of Harristown.
More precisely, they wanted us to believe that.
What do you mean?
Look here, the horse tracks appear again. But from here, the prints are different, as if the animals are carrying significantly less weight, or to be precise, as if they are running without riders. I'm ready to bet that if we search the area around the edge of the forest, we'll find the tracks of 3 men who headed towards the mountains on foot.
Senza esitare, Zagor si diresse verso i primi alberi. Dopo una breve ma dettagliata ricerca, ottenne la conferma dei suoi sospetti.
No doubt they passed this way. They entered the forest. We must continue to follow them on foot.
It will be hard to catch up to them. The bandits will go their own way, and we'll have to search for tracks on the trail, thus risking losing them at any moment.
We'll try to make up for lost time by reducing stops.
Excuse me, Ahem? All stops. Coaxing those for food?
Exactly, Chico. Perhaps the bandits are convinced they've managed to deceive us, so they're not hurrying. In that case, we might catch them earlier than expected.
Let's go. Let's leave the horses here. We'll pick them up on the way back. Even if the villains seek refuge on the most inaccessible peaks of Blacktip, we won't give up. We'll follow them there.
Sebbene la pioggia continuasse a cadere, i 4 uomini continuarono la ricerca degli assassini. Addentrandosi sempre più nel bosco. La ricerca di tutto il giorno continuò anche il giorno successivo. Ma senza alcuna possibilità che la distanza tra i 2 gruppi si riducesse.
Damn it, Colborn! Why do we have to walk so fast? We managed to get rid of them!
I'm not very sure, Ho, and without solid evidence, I'd rather not risk it. We killed some of theirs. That bitter pill will be hard to swallow. Besides, we have to consider that among them are that sheriff's deputy and the man in the strange costume who has already proven to be a dangerous opponent.
Damn him! If he hadn't been in the wagon, we probably would have gotten the money before the sheriff and his deputies arrived. However, to his misfortune, I'll recognize the strange costume he wears the next time I see him, and when that happens, he'll pay dearly. I'll be damned if I don't!
Qualche ora dopo.
What did you say, Zagor?
The branch is cut, probably with a knife. It's still wet, which means it was done a few hours ago.
They can't get away from us, nor can we get closer to them.
It's starting to get dark. We can't go on. We'll stop here.
E mentre sembrava che la pioggia persistente finalmente diminuisse, i 4 uomini mangiavano il loro modesto pasto.
Caramba! Carambita! Tonight we're eating berries and roots.
Did you perhaps think that in the midst of a hunt for a group of killers, we would cheerfully organize a hunt to satisfy your hunger? Never mind the fact that not even the entire fauna of these mountains would be enough to satisfy your appetite.
Goat?
Poco dopo, stabilita la guardia, gli uomini si concessero alcune ore di riposo. Tuttavia, non tutti riuscivano ad addormentarsi.
What's wrong, Jeremy? I hear you turning over under your blanket for more than half an hour. Why can't you sleep? We've been walking like crazy all day.
If it were tiredness, I would have fallen asleep like a log as soon as I lay down. But I'm quite disturbed, I admit. I feel something I don't like at all. Zagor, something unusual.
What do you mean?
I mean that strange things are indeed happening here, in Blacktip. The bandits are heading directly towards the part of the forest where the trappers from my group and I have been hunting for years. I know these places like the back of my hand, believe me.
And what unusual thing did you notice?
We've been walking for 2 days, and we haven't met anyone. Neither mountain men. And not only that, I haven't seen what is usually found in this area, traps, remains of campfires. Nothing at all. Do you understand me? I have the impression that all living beings have abandoned the Blacktip Mountains.
HMPH, Ale, that is true, and it seems strange to me too. I also admit that for a long time I felt a dark premonition of danger weighing on me, almost a foreboding threat to us. However, it is true that these mountains stretch over a large area, and we have crossed only a small part of it. It is possible to travel part of the way without meeting a single soul.
Not in this area, Zagor. The areas we've passed through are frequently visited by hunters, as well as many Indian tribes, and now there's no trace or sound of those people. I don't know what to think, Zagor. However, I'm sure we'll find something out tomorrow. If the bandits don't change course, we'll soon be near the cabin where I left Alex and Frank.
Are those 2 sheep from your group who stayed behind to wait for you?
Yes, those ones. We can ask them if they are.
Jeremy, something is moving nearby. 1,000 scalps.
Caramba, carambita.
What was that?
It sounds like an animal scream.
I don't know any animal that makes such screams. Here again.
It's coming from this side. I'll go see what it is.
No, don't, Zagor. It's too dark under those damn trees. You won't see anything. And you could run into unexpected opinions. It's better to stay near the fire and prepare to fill with lead. Anything that tries to enter the circle.
By all the mustaches of my family, I believe that old man's story from Kingston.
I know what you're thinking, Jeremy.
Yes, if beasts are roaming around here, they're the same ones that killed Simon Just. So it's better not to risk ending up like him.
Passarono lunghi, interminabili minuti e i 4 uomini restavano in attesa, con gli occhi puntati sul buio che circondava il campo, stringendo nervosamente l'arma nelle mani. Tuttavia, non c'erano più segni della presenza di uomini o animali nel bosco scuro. Così il piccolo gruppo all'alba cominciò i preparativi per il viaggio. Poco dopo continuò la ricerca.
We've arrived, Zagor. At about 15 minutes walk from here. We'll turn off the path we're following the killers on, to go to the cabin where I stayed with my group, and where Alex and Frank are surely eagerly awaiting my return.
Do you think it's smart to interrupt the search and go there?
I think it is. We'll inform them of Spung's and Tomtight's fate, and they can also join us.
You're right, 2 more rifles will come in handy.
Perhaps we'll find out why the Blacktip Mountains are deserted. What is it in the forest that emits terrifying screams like the ones we heard last night?
Guidato da Jeremy, il gruppo seguì il sentiero e molto presto sboccò in una radura, in mezzo alla quale si trovava la capanna del trapper.
Frank, Alex. Hey boys, it's me, Jeremy. Where the hell did you hide?
The door is open.
The cabin is empty.
And not only that, it seems the occupants left in a hurry.
Overturned chairs. Food remains on plates. Mess everywhere.
They're behind the cabin.
By all the drums of Darkwood.
Good heavens.
Il momento successivo.
Oh no. I'm afraid so. In fact, I'm sure I would recognize Frank among 1,000 people by the bear claw necklace. He always were.
Is this one of your friends? 1,000 scalps, his neck is broken, and one leg is torn from the rest of his body at the knee.
Who did this?
There are no traces that could be useful to us. The beast stripped the flesh from the corpse, and death occurred a few weeks ago.
And Alex, where is Alex?
Alex, I don't see anyone here.
By all the mustaches of my family, quite an unpleasant sight. These exciting events have sharpened my appetite. Who knows, maybe it's in the pantry. Is there anything left to eat? Mom.
Chico! By all the drums of Darkwood.
He was locked in the pantry.
What do you think about this, Jeremy?
No doubt. Unfortunately, it's Alex.
Death occurred due to a severe blow to the head. The body mummified naturally due to lack of air and light in the pantry where it was locked.
Look at his face.
Heavens. Whoever killed him first terrified him. Can you guess what happened?
Yes, I think a rough reconstruction of the events is somehow possible. First, there is no doubt that Frank and Alex were peacefully eating their meal, unsuspecting of the sudden attack awaiting them. As evidenced by the food remains on the plates and the weapon left hanging on the wall. At the moment of the attack, Frank tried to save himself by fleeing outside, but someone quickly caught him and massacred him only a few meters from the cabin. Alex, meanwhile, took refuge in the pantry to escape the killers. But his attempt was also unsuccessful.
Killers, you say?
I don't know. In fact, there is no evidence to support what I said. However, it's hard for me to believe that only one attacker could have left them in this state. On the other hand, if the story we heard in Kingston is true, the first victim of the mysterious attackers described them in the plural.
By all the mustaches of my family? That's true. The message written in blood red. They are not humans, they are?
Yes, that's exactly what was written.
Damn it, what is this? I don't like it. I don't like this silence. I don't like these damn mountains. We must leave here as soon as possible, which everyone else seems to have done except us. Something is happening in these parts, I told you, and I have no intention of risking my life to find out what it is.
By all the devils, perish! Will you shut that damn mouth for once? Or would you perhaps rather I close them for you?
You're trying in vain to hide your disturbance, Colborne. You also noticed that the mountain people and Indians left these.
Enough! I said enough!
Kiddo-born parish, if you're looking for Indians, there's one there. Damn it, what's he doing? He looks like a Mew-Me.
He seems to be watching over that corpse. Hey, Great Chief, do you hear me? Does he understand our language?
Grey Bear understands. The Algonquins of the Glowing Otter left their village more than 2 months ago.
Where is your tribe? Why did they leave?
Of fear. Out of fear of the evil spirits who have inhabited the forest. Leave, you palefaces, before the demons appear from the thick forest and hunt you. Old and sick, my wife and I remained on our land, hoping to be spared. But the evil spirits came and took my wife's life.
Do you mean your wife was killed by those evil spirits?
That's right.
And why did you stay? What are you waiting for?
I'm waiting for them to come back and kill me.
Did you hear? We're leaving here. We must get away from this place as soon as possible.
Colborne Parish is right. Those 4 who were following us must have already lost our tracks. There's no reason to expose ourselves to unnecessary danger.
Damn it, you're letting panic overcome you. Good, we'll head south immediately, but we won't leave Blacktip for another 2 days. Let's go. Let's not waste time.
By all the mustaches of my family, after discovering that there is indeed danger lurking in these parts, do you think it's worth continuing the search for the bandits?
Of course, we also have another reason not to give up. Now I'm even more eager to catch Sponges and Tomtit's killers. Besides, I have the impression that the bandits are returning and have lost the advantage they had over us, so it would be unforgivable to abandon the pursuit now that they are within reach. Finally, there's one more thing to consider. Lieutenant Ryan's expedition.
Caramba carambita, I completely forgot about her.
That doesn't surprise me, my fat friend, considering the series of dramatic events that have unfolded over the past 3 days. If my memory serves me well, our friend was supposed to lead Professor Grimm exactly this way, which means it's possible we'll come across their tracks too. If we had the help of soldiers, it would be much easier for us to deliver the 3 bandits to the authorities. And perhaps we'll also manage to solve the mystery surrounding these mountains.
Guidato da Zagor, il gruppo continuò per altre alcune ore a seguire le tracce dei banditi, arrampicandosi sempre più in alto. In quel momento.
Did you see Lee Nesto's animal Jivo Zagor?
It seems we're close, friends. We're catching up to them.
Damn it, they're still on our tail! Down there on the other side of the valley, some people are moving.
What are you talking about, Kehoe?
And since these damn mountains seem to be deserted, the devil take me if those aren't the bastards who've been following us the whole time!
Let me see! Yes, it's them. They'll catch us in less than an hour. It's useless to run further. There's nothing left for us but to confront them.
Yes, perhaps we should have done that from the beginning.
In any case, we have enough time to choose the place of conflict. We'll try to find a spot that will give us a better position than them. The rain has stopped. If we continue along this stretch and cross the pass ahead of us, we'll be able to comfortably settle and wait for the arrival of our pursuers, preparing a warm welcome for them.
I banditi si affrettarono, decisi a mettere in atto uno loro intenti. Mentre il gruppo degli inseguitori continuava a ridurre la distanza. In breve tempo, la distanza tra i fuggitivi e gli inseguitori si ridusse al minimo, il che provocò reazioni opposte negli uomini di Zagor.
We need to make just a little more effort to catch up to them.
Here they are.
Quelli guidati da Colborne.
Damn it, they're on our tail! Damn it, they arrived faster than we expected! We won't be able to organize a defense!
It's not over yet. Let's go. A few more steps, and we'll reach the pass. There we'll assess the situation and decide from where to confront these bastards.
Correndo quasi, i banditi attraversarono il resto della strada fino alla cima. Ma quando arrivarono alla meta, davanti ai loro occhi apparve una scena inaspettata.
Be by Satan's horns!
What does this mean, Colburn? Where did this military fortification come from?
I have no idea. However, I'm sure that palisade is the best thing that could have happened to us to keep the four who are on our tail in checkmate. Yes, the building looks like it was abandoned a long time ago.
Do you want to come in?
If we manage to close the gate behind us, we'll have a real fortress at our disposal. Forward, a little more, and we'll be safe.
I can imagine the looks on those dogs' faces when they reach the top, convinced they've already bagged us, but in reality they'll find themselves in front of a fortress yet to be conquered.
By all the drums of Darkwood.
Caramba! Carambita!
Here they come! They're arriving!
Quick! To cover!
Thousand thunders. Everyone is entering that fortification.
It looks like an abandoned military fortress. What is this, Jeremy?
May heaven strike me down if I know. I know this area like the back of my hand, and I can confidently state that this palisade was not here a year and a half ago.
If they manage to lock themselves in the fortress, we'll have trouble catching them!
Sealborn, Kehoe, there! Look over there!
But what the devil?
We are safe.
Hey! We did it!
By Satan's horns!
May heaven strike me down.
No! Ah!
By all the drums of Darkwood.
This scream is the same as the one we heard last night in the forest.
It's coming from the other side of the palisade.
No!
Damn it, something terrible is happening here.
You seem to be right.
Whatever it is, it must have something to do with the secrets of this mountain.
What are we gonna do?
It's up to us to solve this mystery. Courage, men. Let's see what's happening. Let's be ready for anything.
I quattro uomini scesero rapidamente lungo il pendio, mentre dalla fortezza continuavano a provenire ululati bestiali e spari. Ma quando Zagor e i suoi compagni si avvicinarono all'edificio, due banditi terrorizzati corsaro fuori.
Damn it, let's flee this place. Quickly!
Help!
E subito dopo di loro irruppe un'orda di assalitori mostruosi.
Shoot, perish, shoot!
Get away from us, you wretches! By Satan's horns, these guys don't stop.
Caramba and Carambita. Who are these lunatics now?
I can't even guess, Chico.
That old man in Kingston was right. Look at their faces. They aren't people.
Sealborn, help.
Keep shooting! Perish! Keep shooting!
By all the drums of Darkwood, I don't know what this is, but one thing is for sure, friends. In a few minutes, they'll attack us too. Prepare your weapons. Comrades, they're swarming from all sides.
Damn it, I'm out of ammunition. No.
Perish! By all the devils, I won't be able to save myself from these demons alone. 1,000 devils, I must try to join those four.
Shoot, you hellish devils, shoot.
Sealburn is running towards us. Let's try to stop the monsters.
Incredible. These monsters.
Let's focus on the nearest one.
Shit, they're attacking me.
Damn it, it took an entire clip of ammunition to take him down.
Come on, Colburn, you did it.
We'll try to take shelter behind those rocks, hoping we can control them from up there.
Listen to me, we are all in danger. We must seek shelter. They are too strong for us. One of your men is missing. If he's still alive, we can't abandon him.
It's Kehoe! Damn it! He must have stayed in the fortification!
E infatti...
They're looking for me! I must hide somewhere, or I'm dead!
Yeah.
I'll try here. Fortunately, the door is open! By Judas's blood? Where the hell have I ended up? This looks like some kind of scientific laboratory. And on the corpses are still the remains of white coats worn by doctors and nurses. Their throats were slit. There's no doubt the killers are the same lunatics who are chasing me. Via! Who knows what kind of potions they were preparing in these vessels? All I can do is hope those damned monsters don't find me. I'll wait for nightfall and try to rejoin the others. Of course, if they manage to save their lives. This is terrible, my skin. I'm burning. It's here. The monster is here. I must shoot. I must flee immediately.
A-G-H.
To find Colburn and Parrish. The films of those liquids, they've dazed me, damn it. I'll make it out of here, I must succeed.
Did you hear? Someone shot in the fortification, perhaps KO. He's still alive.
We can't do anything for him. The monsters are arriving. We must retreat. We have little time.
He's coming out.
Look down.
Zalborn, help me, please, help me!
We must help him somehow. We can't let them kill him before our eyes.
He won't be able to reach us. The demons saw him and are heading towards him. Shoot, boys. Let's try to kill some of these lunatics.
No!
Hold on, Kehoe, I'm here. Go ahead, just a little more. You'll make it.
Help!
1,000 me.
Caramba and Carambita, they caught him.
T-R-O-R-A-R.
Keep shooting, I'm gonna help him.
No, Zagor. Don't be foolish.
Places, men. Bravely, let's get out of here.
Cover them with gunfire. They're getting closer.
By all the devils, Kehoe, what's happening to you?
He can barely stand. I don't know what happened to him. But we won't be able to take care of him until we get to a safe place. Let's go.
I 6 uomini si ritirarono rapidamente, cercando di proteggersi con una feroce sparatoria. Sebbene con una pioggia di proiettili riuscirono a uccidere alcune creature mostruose, tuttavia non impedirono il loro inarrestabile avanzare. Ne impedirono ai due di raggiungere quasi Zagor.
By all the drums of Darkwood. It seems you're quite angry with me, friend. However, try to vent your anger on someone else.
Argo.
Impossible. Captain Hunt, I recognized him.
Confuso dall'inaspettata scoperta, lo spirito con l'ascia esitò per un momento. Il che poteva essere fatale.
One of the demons attacked Zagor.
And the others are arriving.
By all the mustaches of my family.
1,000 scalps, it's monstrously strong and I can't.
Damn it, he'll kill him. I must try to stop him.
No, you could hit Zagor.
Damn it, you'll die if I don't at least try.
1,000 scalps. At the last moment, I couldn't have held on for another minute.
Thank heavens, I succeed.
Quick, Zagor, to cover.
I'm coming, friend. Thanks for the help. Believe me, I really thought I was done for. Those creatures are terrifyingly strong. Yes, unfortunately, they'll attack us in just a few minutes if we don't find a way to stop them.
Caramba and carambetta, they're surrounding us.
Hold on, men, although they are strong. We've seen that it's possible to kill them. Every bullet of ours must end up in their heads. Like this. And like this.
Una pioggia di proiettili scatenava dal riparo dietro le rocce sui mostri che cercavano di evitare il pericolo. Alcuni dei colpiti cadevano a terra, crivellati di proiettili. Gli altri, invece, si avvicinavano minacciosamente ai 6 uomini. Ma furono respinti dalla violenta reazione di Zagor e dei suoi amici. Grazie, soprattutto, alla loro posizione più vantaggiosa. L'esito del primo attacco fu incoraggiante. I mostri si ritirarono.
By all the mustaches of my family. We succeed? They're fleeing.
Unfortunately, this is only a temporary lull, friends. Our opponents are now licking their wounds, but that doesn't mean they've given up. Look!
Caramba, carambata, there they are behind. I'm afraid these rocks will become our graves.
Yes, it seems they've realized there's no escape for us.
They're all around us.
The situation is not rosy due to small supplies of food and ammunition. We won't last much longer. Not to mention how those lunatics could attack us again at any moment.
Caramba and carambita, who are they, Zagor?
I don't know, Chico. But one of them, no more than 4 days ago, was a completely normal man and a member of the expedition accompanied by Lieutenant Ryan. Whatever happened to him, I hope our friend didn't suffer the same fate.
Damn it, we wouldn't be in this situation. If it weren't for this bastard and his accomplices. You wretch, you dragged us into these mountains. You should have been torn apart by those monsters.
Enough, stop, Muni, you'll kill him if you continue. We'll settle scores with these killers by handing them over to the authorities, but only after this ugly adventure we've fallen to is over. But to survive now, we must be united. The situation is too serious for us to attack each other. We'll help Kehe recover, because we must also count on him to break the siege. What could have happened to him? He seems to have a fever, and there are no visible wounds.
He muttered something about the lab in the fortress. He said he was exposed to some liquid or gas. Then he lost consciousness.
Let's leave him to rest, and hope he recovers. It would really be a problem to carry him on our backs in these conditions.
Yes, there is a very worrying Kyle Bilby that 1,000 scalps.
What's wrong, Zagor?
There, on the other side of the valley, look!
How strange. Some kind of blinking light.
Yes, but it turns on and off at the same effluence. It's certainly not a natural play of light. Those are light signals. There's someone there trying to send us a message.
Damn it, I think you're right, Zagor. Can you interpret them?
I'll try. 3 short signals, 3 long ones, 3 short ones. Based on this, I can assume it's a call for help. Inside the small cave are people wounded and surrounded by monsters. Are begging for someone to come to them. Everyone is at their wits' end. They have no food or ammunition.
Damn it!
Who could those poor people be who?
I'll try to make my way there.
By all the mustaches of my family, have you finally gone completely mad? The valley is full of monsters. How will you cross it?
It won't be easy, that's for sure. I'll run as fast as I can towards the cave from which the signals were sent. From what I've seen, those lunatics, although resistant and extremely strong, are not good runners. That's why I believe I could succeed.
Damn it, you'll have to run almost 2 kilometers. And all the while, there's a danger of running into one of them.
That's clear to me, Jeremy. But those people need help. If I could bring them here, we'd all have a better chance of survival.
Seguito dagli sguardi preoccupati dei membri del gruppo, lo spirito con l'ascia si arrampicò sulla roccia, pronto a iniziare la sua corsa pazza. Dopo aver valutato attentamente il percorso da affrontare, senza esitare uscì dal riparo.
Thousand Thunders! I've never seen a man like this.
Me neither, friend. One is Zagor.
The air, Yates.
It seems those monsters don't intend to forgive me for this escape. All the worse for them, we'll see who wins. You're too slow, friend. That's how it's done. And as for you, I'm sorry I can't stay longer and finish the lesson I started. 2 more. Hello, friends. Today I am in a hurry. Today I have a meeting, which I must not miss. The killer instinct has clouded the minds of these creatures, making them incredibly strong, but at the same time it has weakened their reflexes and readiness to react. That's why I don't believe they'll catch me.
Thousand Thunders! He managed to escape them!
By all the mustaches of my family, Zagor was right. The monsters are slower than him.
Don't celebrate the victory too soon. He has a long way to go.
It seems our group is surrounded by all the monsters in this valley. But nothing guarantees me that one of them won't suddenly appear before me. 1,000 scalps. Speak of the wolf. And the wolf is at the door. Luckily, the cave is not far. My lungs are about to burst. Come on, old Zagor. Just a few more meters, and you've arrived.
Yes, it's him. No doubt. Zagor, here I am.
That voice. Here I am, but here. By all the drums of Darkwood. Ryan, Professor Grimm.
Zagor, friend, you did it.
Thank heavens.
When I saw the group of people being attacked by monsters on the other side of the valley through the telescope and sent light signals, I didn't even suspect you were among them. But I recognized you as I watched you approach.
I am happy to find you alive and well. After I saw Captain Hunt among the monsters who attacked us, I started to fear that you and the professor had suffered the same fate.
What Hunt became a monster. So he is infected with Beelzebub syndrome.
It's incredible how deadly that gas is.
Just a moment. What are you talking about? You know what's behind all this?
There's no point in denying it to you, Zagor. And I believe Professor Grimm realizes there's no reason to hide the facts any further.
The situation is such that we can only hope for salvation if we reveal the truth to everyone.
1,000 scalps, what is it about?
I'll tell you right away, my colleagues and I were invited to work on a special military project for which a special corps was formed, the Green Jackets. It's about the study and preparation of a compound that would be given to soldiers. It's a kind of drug that makes a person more aggressive and stronger, thus practically invincible in combat. To test the effects of this compound, a kind of fortification was built in the central part of the valley. This inaccessible area is largely uninhabited, which was supposed to ensure the secrecy of the operation. About 50 members of the Green Jackets were placed at the disposal of the experiment leaders, who soon began giving soldiers large doses of ever stronger compounds. However, one day, the weekly reports from Blacktip on the progress of the experiments were missing. At the same time, rumors began to circulate about horrific and disturbing murders occurring in these mountains.
Well, the rest of the story is easy to guess. The military authorities urgently organized an expedition. They sent Captain Hunt, Ryan, and you, Professor Grimm, here to find out what had really happened.
Yes, exactly.
Our darkest fears came true. The experiment escalated beyond the control of the scientists who worked on it. The people who took that drug turned into beasts. After killing the doctors and other staff from the garrison, they began spreading death and fear among trappers and Indians in the nearby forests.
Following your instructions, we arrived here 2 days ago. As soon as we entered the fortification, the lunatics attacked us, not allowing us to resist. My God, it was terrible. Almost all my men were killed, one by one. Only the professor, a few soldiers, and I managed to find refuge in this cave. The monsters then killed the men I sent for help. As far as we know, only 3 survived. We have no food or ammunition.
I notice you have a wounded man.
Don't worry about me, Zagor. I have no intention of disturbing your escape. If you took me with you, I would be a great burden. Leave me here and think about how to save yourselves. You have a chance.
It's not over yet, soldier. Rest assured we'll do everything to get you out of this hell. You'll come with us. The only thing I don't understand is how Captain Hunt got that drug when he arrived here with you. And I don't quite understand what you mentioned earlier about the gas and the mysterious Belzebub syndrome.
The name you just spoke, I decided to give to the effects of the substance that causes aggressive and insane behavior in its victims. As for the captain, there is only one possible explanation. During the conflict with the monsters in the fortification, at some point he came into contact with the drug, which is in a liquid state, but if it comes into contact with air, it rapidly evaporates and turns into gas.
1,000 scalps, do you really believe that inhaling that gas turns a person into a monster?
I'm afraid so, if the dose is large.
If that's true, we have no time to lose. One member of our group was exposed to a large amount of the drug from a container. When I left my friends, he was unconscious and had a fever. It's possible he'll turn into one of those horrifying creatures at any moment.
Unfortunately, your assumption is correct.
Yes, that means we must return as soon as possible to warn Jeremy Milnius and the others.
Nello stesso istante.
Do you see anything, Jeremy?
Damn it, I can't see anything. It seems Zagor managed to enter the cave, but there's no indication he intends to come out.
Caramba and Carambita. I wonder who he found there.
Unfortunately, all that remains is to wait. How are you, Kauho?
I don't have the impression he's getting better.
BA, if you want to know the truth, people, the condition of that killer doesn't concern me at all.
Nella grotta.
Let's go, we have no time to lose. Let's try to join our group.
M. Do we have a chance to succeed?
I don't know, but it's worth a try. Staying here would mean we are doomed to death. If, however, we form a united group, there is hope that we will get out. I'll take care of the wounded man, Ryan. You'll help Professor Grimm.
I'll do my best, Zagor.
And now let's all go out. Get ready to run like never before in your life.
I 4 uomini senza esitare uscirono sulla radura e si lanciarono verso il lato opposto della valle. Ma dopo aver percorso senza problemi la maggior parte del tragitto, giunsero alle rocce dietro le quali si trovavano i mostri.
By all the drums of Darkwood, those lunatics have spotted us and are coming towards us. And with the wounded man and Professor Grimm, who cannot offer absolutely any resistance, we are not in a position to defend ourselves.
They saw them.
Damn it!
Curse it!
Caramba carambita!
We can't even try to help them. The monsters are out of our reach.
If Zagor were alone, he'd reach us in just a few minutes. But those with him are slowing him down, damn it.
Damn it, I hope he succeeds and brings the other 3. Assuming it's even safe here.
There are too many of them for us to engage in a fight with them. All that remains is to try to beat them with speed at all costs.
That will never work for us. Your friends are far away.
That's true, but we have no choice.
You would have succeeded if it weren't for me. I'm just a burden to you. Run and save yourselves.
Hey, bud.
Leonard, I'll try to hold them back.
No.
Hey, over here, here I am.
Heavens, he's calling them. He wants to attract their attention.
Come on, just come on, I'm here.
Ah! 1,000 scalps.
He sacrificed himself. Leonard sacrificed himself for us. My mad, noble friend.
Let's go. We mustn't let this gesture of his be in vain. Now that they're not paying attention to us, we have a chance to save ourselves. Quick, quick!
I didn't believe he'd be saved.
By all the mustaches of my family, they succeed.
I'm starting to be optimistic about our future.
Come on, Professor. Only a few meters left. Let's go. Just a little more effort.
They're arriving. Thank heavens this nightmare is over too.
K-Ho!
Mom, help!
One of them. He became one of them.
K-Ho! It's me, Colburn. Don't you recognize me? Stop! K-Ho, wait! Stop! Ah!
By all the drums of Darkwood.
Ah!
But what is happening?
No! Ah!
Shoot! Jeremy, shoot!
I don't. Damn it, I'm out of ammunition.
A 1,000 scalps. Although he's seriously wounded, he's still very strong. It's futile for me to delude myself into thinking I can overpower him in hand-to-hand combat. All that remains is to try to keep him at a distance. For example, like this. On this side is a slope. If I could knock him down, perhaps I'd have enough time to escape and catch my breath. I must not stop. I must keep hitting him until he falls down the slope.
Spinto oltre le rocce, Chloe cadde e cominciò a rotolare giù dal pendio per alcune decine di metri, finché non si trovò davanti al gruppo degli altri pazzi.
But what the devil?
By all the mustaches of my family.
Hey, you. Ah! Higher Jan.
They tore him apart.
Incredible, they didn't accept him as one of their own.
I don't understand how something like this could have happened. The monsters are able to recognize their own kind.
Exactly. This last episode is very confusing. In any case, it seems as if fate wanted to preempt human justice, avenging itself on the bandits who dragged us into this tragic adventure. First Parrish, then Colburn, and finally Kehoe. None of the three responsible for the murders from 3 days ago will appear before the court.
VA saved us time. Anyway, they'd all be hanging from a rope soon enough.
No doubt. Now, however, we must start thinking about how to avoid the fate that befell them. I would not want my soldiers' sacrifice to be in vain.
Professor Grimm, I think you need to give us more precise information regarding the effect of the drug you told me about. One thing is especially important to me, which I'd like to clarify immediately. Is there an antidote for Belzebub syndrome?
Well, the answer might be affirmative. I roughly know the composition and structure of the compound developed by my colleagues. However, I would have to spend several hours in the fortress laboratory, where there is certainly adequate equipment and supplies of chemical reagents necessary for preparing the antidote. Just don't think I am capable of creating a magic potion that will magically solve all problems. Actually, it would only be a powerful sedative that would incapacitate the drug's victims until we reach real detoxification. So the problem is that we must somehow reach the laboratory and enable the professor to work there.
Because even if we try to leave the valley and return to Kingston, the monsters will tear us apart before we get halfway.
All that remains is to barricade ourselves in the fortification, though I don't know how we'll manage that. We can immediately discard the convolvuli of forcible entry. We have little ammunition left, and there are too many of those lunatics for us to engage in a direct conflict. Besides, we are surrounded and it wouldn't be easy to get out of here, even at night.
Caramba, carambita, whatever your decision, friends, it would be good to implement it as soon as possible. Those damn people down there are starting to show signs of nervousness again.
Something is unclear to me, Professor. All monsters react the same way.
There's no doubt about that.
Their killer frenzy is directed towards strangers. They don't fight among themselves because they feel part of the same group. Yet earlier we saw that Kehoe was not identified as one of them, and because of that they killed him. That means there are some recognition signs, some detail because of which they become or don't become aggressive. If we can figure out what it is, we could use it as an opportunity to get to the lab.
Thousand thunders. I like your way of thinking, Zagor, and what do you say, Professor?
That is an assumption that could have concrete grounds. But it doesn't exclude the convolvuli that the lunatics simply formed a pact that gathers all the soldiers who, from the beginning of the experimentation, were subjected to the drug's effect, and that they reject anyone who later tries to join them.
That could be the explanation for Kehoe.
No, impossible. I saw Captain Hunt among them with my own eyes. He later became a victim of Belzebub syndrome, yet he fully integrated into the group of monsters, to the extent that he participated with them in attacks on us.
If that's the case, the solution to our problems lies in the answer to this precise question. Why did they accept Hunt but not Kehoe?
1,000 scalps, of course. There is only one possible explanation. We should have guessed it immediately.
Damn it, what is it about?
The Green Jackets are a special, independent corps that underwent special training, which means it's a closed group, whose members are very proud of their uniforms. So it's easy to assume that the drug, instead of destroying, further intensified the sense of belonging among the soldiers.
The experiment was conducted with the aim of stimulating latent innate aggressiveness in humans. At the same time, the sense of belonging to a corpse was stimulated, which we see in many animal species that have a developed sense of group belonging.
1,000 Thunders. You're right, all the monsters are wearing the same gray-green uniforms.
Do you really think they recognize each other by their uniforms?
We can't be sure, but that could be the explanation for why Hunt and Kehoe had different fates.
Whatever the case, our only chance is to play that card. I'm afraid the lunatics will launch their final attack at any moment.
What do you intend to do?
Well, there are many corpses of opponents around us on the ground. We'll use their uniforms and try to deceive the lunatics who are holding us under siege. Let's hope we understood what it's about.
Con una rapida uscita dal riparo, i corpi delle creature uccise furono trasportati tra le rocce, dove si procedette a togliere i vestiti, così che in poco tempo tutti indossarono le uniformi delle giacche verdi.
By all the mustaches of my family, do you really believe it's enough to wear their uniforms to reach the fortification alive and well?
This can't guarantee no one will attack us, but it will be enough to at least confuse those lunatics. Let's go. Let's get out of cover and try to reach the laboratory. Look out there behind those rocks. 1,000 scalps. Don't show them you're nervous. Let's keep walking.
Damn it, they've surrounded us.
They'll tear us apart, I feel it.
They're confused. They recognize the uniforms.
Speak softly. Remember that a small thing is enough to enrage them.
Damn it. It seems we succeed.
I'd wait for conclusions.
Not out of superstition, but because I seem to have noticed a certain unease among our opponents. They're coming towards us.
Quick, everyone inside. Close the door, and I'll try to hold them back. But hurry, 1,000 scalps. And you get back, damn it.
Muni, Jeremy, quick, lift the beam and block the gate.
Hurry! Zagor won't be able to hold out much longer. We're ready, Zagor, run!
Did you hear, people? They're calling. And it's not nice to leave friends waiting.
Quick, Zagor, quick!
Here I've arrived.
We succeeded. Incredible, but true.
However, not everything went smoothly.
You're right, Zagor. I don't understand why the uniforms only managed to hold them back for a short time.
They are probably just one of the recognition signs. There are surely other elements, less obvious but equally important, such as, for example, the way of moving, the voice, who knows what else.
In any case, now we are safe, and we can finally take off these stinky uniforms?
You're right, especially since we've confirmed that their effect is limited. I doubt the fortification can be called a safe place now. First of all, the lunatics who remained outside certainly didn't admit defeat. Do you hear them? They've swarmed the gate.
1,000 thunders. They'll break it down.
That's not all. Perhaps one of them remained trapped here with us and is waiting in ambush behind one of these barracks. So I suggest we split into groups and search the fortification. Let Chico and Jeremy go this way, Ryan and Muni the other. I'll take the professor to the laboratory. I hope he can start his work immediately.
All right, and now everyone to their tasks.
Yes, we are not in a position to waste time on these mad creatures, even though they have a great desire to enter.
Dopo essersi divisi in gruppi di 2, i 6 uomini cominciarono a esplorare l'interno della fortezza. Ispezionarono il laboratorio, gli uffici del comandante della fortezza, 21 camere dei soldati.
Good. We only have this barrack left, Chico. I'll go first. You stay at the threshold and be ready to protect me in case of an unpleasant encounter. It seems everything is fine here too, Chico.
Muy bien. Thank heavens Zagor's dark predictions didn't come true. There are no lunatics in the fortification.
By all the devils, look out, Chico.
Mom! Help! Caramba and Carambita!
Chico, hear me!
Everything is all right, friends. It seems the only monster in the fortification intended to attack poor Chico. Luckily, our fat friend escaped without a scratch.
We'll have to determine the guard rotation on the fence, so Professor Grimm can work in absolute peace.
Più tardi.
So there really was an unwanted guest in the fortification. It seems his presence didn't cause much damage. So, Professor, what do you think?
Well, at first glance, it seems the equipment in the laboratory is not in such bad condition that it cannot be repaired. My only concern is the lack of chemical substances and reagents. There aren't enough supplies.
I assume such material is stored in a special place.
Yes, usually in a warehouse, far from sources of light and heat. And if possible, out of reach of untrained persons, because that material could pose a danger to them.
What do you think? Is it perhaps located in an underground room? Come on, Professor, let's see what's under this hatch. There's stairs, I'll go down first. We found what we were looking for.
We are in the right place, Zagor. Here is everything I need, provided the contents of the crates match what is written on them.
However, there is also something here that worries me. A pool covered with planks.
I advise you not to approach, Zagor. Inside is destructive acid, used for refining certain substances. We will transfer only a small quantity upstairs in appropriate containers.
We will organize that immediately, so you can start working as soon as possible, Professor. Tell me which crates I need to carry upstairs. How could I? 1,000 scalps.
Look out, Zagor.
By all the drums of Darkwood, he surprised me. And now, unfortunately, there is only one solution. This! I couldn't do anything else. He would have killed me.
My lord. The acid swallowed him. Damn it, this is a gruesome end.
Yes, yet another poor victim of the cursed drug prepared by your colleagues, Professor. And there are already too many dead. Grimm, you must create an antidote as soon as possible.
Regarding the preparation of an antidote that will neutralize the effect of the drug, there's something that worries me. We've determined there is indeed a capability to create an antidote using substances from this warehouse. It will be a liquid that evaporates rapidly and begins to act on the nerve centers a few minutes after inhalation. The question is, how will we force those lunatics to inhale that vapor?
I don't know if we'll succeed, but the fact that one of them tried to reach this warehouse supports the plan I devised. You do your job, Professor. I'll take care of the rest.
Le ombre della notte scesero rapidamente sulla fortezza assediata. Mentre il professore lavorava febbrilmente in laboratorio, Zagor espose agli altri membri del gruppo il piano su come agire con i mostri e esporli all'antidoto di Grimm.
Your plan could be effective, Zagor, although it's risky.
There is no other option, Ryan.
Le ore volarono velocemente nella piccola valle sul Black Tip, ma sembrava che il tempo non influenzasse il scoraggiamento dei mostri. All'alba, divennero ancora più decisi a non lasciare in pace gli uomini rinchiusi nella fortezza. Anche più aggressivamente tentarono di sfondare il portone della fortezza.
Are you ready?
Yes, Zagor, it seems all our mad friends are gathered outside, awaiting the grand finale. After a night spent working with shovels and picks, all that remains is to keep our fingers crossed that the plan succeeds.
So we begin. Let's prepare to overcome this trouble. Open the gate.
Il portone della fortezza si aprì improvvisamente davanti ai mostri. Essi entrarono immediatamente all'interno delle mura, dove Zagor li attendeva nella radura, come un bersaglio da colpire. Ma, proprio nel momento in cui l'orda furiosa tentò di attaccare Zagor, sotto i piedi degli assalitori furiosi il terreno si aprì.
Damn it. It worked. They all fell into the warehouse.
That's right, the trap was good.
Let's go, boys. Throw these ones who escaped in two.
Maybe you didn't understand where to go.
ARHH.
Go on down there, friend. That's where you need to go.
Forward, don't you see the others are waiting for you? It's over, everyone's inside.
Finally.
By all the mustaches of my family, they want to get out.
The warehouse is more than 4 meters deep. I doubt they'll succeed. In any case, we'll try to calm them down and send them to sleep. Are your sedative containers in place, Professor?
Of course. I placed them in the central part of the warehouse, so the fumes will have to be inhaled by everyone trapped down there. I tied all the containers with a rope that will simultaneously open all the improvised valves. And I'm holding the other end of that rope firmly in my hand.
1,000 scalps. I thought all scientists had their heads in the clouds. However, I see you have a sense for practical matters. Thousand thunders. Our friends down there have become terribly nervous.
Yes, so let's not waste time.
Let's be brave, Professor. Let's see if your preparation is really able to cool their heated heads.
Al chiamata di Zagor, lo scienziato tirò bruscamente l'estremità della corda che tenevano in mano. Tuttavia, non successe nulla.
By all the drums of Darkwood, try again, Professor.
I'm trying. It seems something blocked the rope.
Caramba! Caramba! Look down! Zagor! The beam that supported the far ceiling of the warehouse fell over the rope.
1,000 scalps. There's only one thing that can be done, friends. We need to go down and free the rope.
He's gone mad. He'll tear him apart.
By all the mustaches of my family.
Oh no!
This stand beam that blocked the rope can also be useful. If I use it like this.
It's good, Zagor. The rope is free. Get out of there immediately.
Here I am, friends. I'm coming.
Come on, Zagor, climb up here. Quick.
Go! Well, hurry, Professor. Pull that damn rope.
Immediately.
Quella volta tutte le ampole si aprirono contemporaneamente, rilasciando un denso vapore che si diffondeva sul fondo del deposito. Mentre i 6 uomini dall'orlo della fossa osservavano la scena con occhi pieni di speranza. Sembrava che il gas non avesse alcun effetto sulle creature mostruose.
Thousand thunders, nothing is happening.
You made a mistake somewhere in preparing your concoction, Professor. Damn it, our friends are even more lively than before.
No, wait. It takes a few minutes for it to start working. Here, look. Some have already started to stagger.
It's working, thank heavens.
Caramba and Carambita, they're falling like ripe pears.
I pazzi cadevano uno dopo l'altro. Quando anche l'ultimo fu stordito dall'effetto del preparato del professor Green. Un silenzio innaturale invase improvvisamente la fortezza.
1,000 scalps. The nightmare is over.
I still can't believe it.
We did it.
Dopo aver atteso che i vapori dell'antidoto fossero portati via dal vento, Zagor e Ryan scesero nel fosso e cominciarono a tirar fuori i corpi privi di sensi dei pazzi, che furono poi trasportati nella baracca, trasformata in un ospedale improvvisato, dove il professor Grimm eseguì le prime visite mediche di routine.
What do you think, Professor? Will these people be able to return to normal?
It won't be easy, but they can do it. It is necessary for Chico Juraman, you to go to Kingston and bring an assisting expedition.
I wonder if it's wise to leave you alone in the fortification for the next 6 or 7 days.
Don't be afraid. Zagor, Ryan, and Muni have offered to stay here, and they will be able to keep the 2 or 3 lunatics who are still roaming around under control. And for the helpless in my temporary hospital, these injections will be enough, which will help them stay calm until reinforcements arrive. Immediately after that, I will begin a long-term detoxification therapy, which I hope will bear fruit. In addition, I will definitely write a detailed report to the military authorities about the tragic consequences of the experiment on Blacktip. I will advise the cancellation of this project and all others similar to it.
I hope they'll listen to you, Professor, although I'm skeptical about such matters.
There is much bitterness in your words, Zagor.
Bah! I've had too many conflicts with various types, like Hellingen and Werbad, to be careless. But I really don't want you to interpret my attitude as resistance to science. On the contrary, I have great faith in the progress humanity will achieve in the future, as they will live in better living conditions. But that will only be possible if scientists conduct research while respecting nature and human dignity. Unless they engage in the study of new deadly instruments within fortifications like this one we are in, or the one on Mosquito Island where I recently stayed.
Zagor originale 292 Le creature dell'acqua morta.
So because of all that, I am skeptical. Did you hear that?
Yes, something like a deep roar.
Here again.
1,000 thunders. Perhaps one of the monsters is roaming freely in the fortification.
No, my friends. That's my poor stomach protesting. And he's absolutely right, by my family's mustaches and whiskers. We've skipped many meals. When are we going to eat already?
Haha, Chico, you're amazing.